losers bracket semifinal is here, and I would argue that it's more exciting than the winners bracket only because the loser of this game has no more chances. The winner will move on to the championship series to face the Bees. The loser's season will be over. It's a double elimination bracket, and each of these teams has just one loss. And the winner awarded a championship series. The loser's season will end short of the championship. The Splunkers lost in the winners bracket semifinal to the Bees. They're the ones who are on defense right now. They're the higher seed. They're the number one seed in the entire tournament, facing Prestige Worldwide, a team that made it to the championship back in 2022 and fell short to the same team that's in the championship series now. The Bees are the team to beat. Which one of these two will get that opportunity to dethrone the back-to-back Bees? That one out to right field, and a leadoff home run for Will Tazak in the top of the first inning. Prestige Worldwide up 1-0. Austin Abel doing the pitching. He pitched last game for the Splunkers, gave up 3 runs, and he was the only player that got a hit. It was a home run. It's the only run produced as well. Splunkers lost 3-1 in the winners bracket semifinal. And they're here now as the number one seed playing in the losers bracket. Swing and a miss there, and down on strikes is Tyson Mead for out number 1 of 2 in this top of the first inning. 2 outs every half inning, 5-inning regulation game, and 4 balls is not a walk. It's 5 balls for a walk in this wiffle ball league. Grounded there, out by pitcher's hand. It's Colton Smittle. That'll end the top of the first inning. Home run for Will Tazak. Gives Prestige Worldwide a 1-0 lead after a half inning. Splunkers come to bat. So Prestige Worldwide batting 3, as did the Splunkers in the winners bracket. In the winners semifinals. That one's out to left field, and that is caught out in left field for out number 1. One quick out there. That was Aiden Miller who got out. The Splunkers using the same lineup. At least it looks that way from what I can see. That one's popped up, and 2 quick outs. Splunkers go down scoreless. And a first inning that lasted less than 5 minutes. Prestige Worldwide leads 1-0 after 1 full inning. Second inning is coming up. Yeah, so it's the same lineup for the Splunkers that they had when they lost earlier today against the Bees. Tazak back up to the plate, takes a strike there. So it's Tazak, Mead, Smittle. That's the 3 in the order. And Prestige Worldwide leading 1-0. Tazak was the one that homered back in the first inning to lead off the game. And I got a less than 5-minute first inning. It went by real quick. Now we're in the second inning of 5. About a quarter of the way there. That one swung on and fouled back by Tazak. Here comes the pitch. So both of these teams have played in a championship within the last 3 years, and both teams lost to the team that's in the championship right now. The Bees have made it 3 consecutive seasons, 2022, 2023, and now 2024. And they beat both the Splunkers and Prestige Worldwide in those last couple years to win the championship. It's ball 4. Tazak reaches on a walk. He's 1 for 1 in 2 plate appearances with a walk, reached base twice. And now here's Tyson Mead. But the Bees are the team to beat. Prestige Worldwide lost to them in 2022, back when they were the Sea Turtles. Strike there, Mead a bit visibly frustrated. That one softly hit past the foul arc. And Mead is safe. Or no, rather, he's out at first. He stopped at first there for a second. It looked like Abel kept 1 foot in the pitcher's circle, so that is an out, pitcher's hand. But Tazak reaches second on the play. And now here is Colton Smittle. So over the last 3 seasons, there have been some consistent teams in this tournament, some consistent teams to make it to the championship. Like I said, the Bees are the team to beat, though, winning the last 2 seasons. And Each of these teams in this losers bracket semifinal right now lost in the past 2 years. It was the Prestige Worldwide in 2022, and then the Splunkers lost in 2023. And the Bees, they're so good they don't even have to think of a name. They've had 2 different names over the last couple seasons as well. Colton Spittle down on strikes. It's 1-0. Prestige Worldwide leads the Splunkers going to the bottom of the second inning. You're watching the losers bracket semifinal of the With His Life League. So it's Will Tazak doing the pitching as well for Prestige Worldwide. 2 quick outs for him in the bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss there. Splunkers batting now. Swing and a miss there, too. And a fly ball out toward left field, toward the line, and caught by Tazak around foul territory for out number 1.
Come on, Lindo.
So Colson DeSocio out. 1 out of 2 in this bottom of the second inning, and now here is
really far.
James Lindau. Outside there. 2 quick outs for the Splunkers last inning, and it looks like 2 quick outs here if that play can be made. And it's Meade that throws it to the pitcher's circle. James Lindau is out, and back-to-back 1-2 innings for Prestige Worldwide. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Splunkers, and after 2 innings, it's 1-0. Prestige Worldwide leads. It's nighttime, and the lights are bright here at Cecil Park. And I'd argue that this is the more exciting game of the semifinals. It's a double elimination bracket, and this is the losers bracket. That means that each of these teams has only lost 1 game. One's going to lose its second and be eliminated from the bracket, and the other is going to be guaranteed 3 games in a championship series. Or I can't say guaranteed 3 games, guaranteed a best of 3. Not necessarily going to get to 3 if one team sweeps. Swing and a miss there. And down on strikes is Will Tazak for out number 1.
I was swinging hard in case I hit the ball.
Swinging a foul back there.
Yeah, it was close enough.
It might have nipped.
Swing and a miss. It looked like Colton Spittle actually was the one.
Let's go, Tice.
So my apologies there. That was Will Tazak that went down on strikes there. So 1 out of 2 in this inning, and now here's Tyson Meade.
The last 3 times we played them, I think I went lead off home run. And then nothing.
Swing and a miss.
Go, calm down. Let's go. How may be? Take a deep breath.
Swing a fly ball out toward right center field, back toward the wall, and that ball is gone! Tyson Meade with a solo home run, and Prestige Worldwide up 2-0, and that one struck well out to right center, but died around the wall. Catch made out there. Prestige Worldwide pads onto its lead. It's 2-0. Prestige Worldwide leads. The Splunkers going to the bottom of the third inning. This is the losers bracket semifinals of the With His Life League.
Not you.
So this is the bracket part. 2 teams will make it to a 3-game or a best of 3 championship series. And right now the Splunkers, the number 1 seed, they finished 10-2 in the regular season. They have yet to get a hit through 2 innings.
Base hit all day, Miller.
Miller's at the plate now. Aiden Miller leads off. He's the leadoff hitter. The Splunkers batting 4 in the order. Prestige Worldwide only has 3 batting in the order. That one popped up. Tazak plays it by third base from the pitcher's mound, and that's 1 out of 2 in this bottom of the third inning. Yeah, 2 outs for every half inning and 5 innings for a regulation game in this league. And it'll apply in the championship as well. No rules changed. That's just how the With His Life League does it. There's several variations of rules that teams use throughout the community. Then when they play in the National Wiffle Ball League Association Championship Tournament, that's where all teams throughout the nation come to play. They have their own set of rules there as well that is the national standard. But in that league, you can throw as hard as you want. And if you're wondering why these pitchers might not seem like they're giving as much physical effort, it's because there is a velocity regulation in the Wiffles Life League. They have to keep it at a reasonable speed. They can't just blow it by the hitters. Although in the NWLA, they don't. There is no such regulation. Ground ball there to the pitcher's mound, and after the walk to Abel, Colson DeSocio grounds out to the pitcher Tazak, and that ends the Splunkers' offensive half of the third. And through 3 innings, Lil Tazak has kept the Splunkers scoreless onto the fourth. Prestige Worldwide got a couple runs on 2 solo home runs. Will Tazak led the game off with a solo homer. That was back in the first inning. So it was to lead off the game. Then Tyson Mead last inning in the third inning, he hit a home run. That was a solo shot to make it 2-0.
I don't think that's a river.
Tazak up now to lead off. Top of the fourth inning. It's a 5-inning regulation game, so the Splunkers running out of time. Splunkers, number 1 seed in the tournament, 10-2 record in the regular season. They won their 2 playoff games that they played before getting to the winners bracket semifinal. That's been their only loss so far in the tournament as Tazak strikes out there. Prestige Worldwide went 5-7 in the regular season. They were the number 8 seed in this tournament. That's pretty low. I believe of the 12, 13 teams that play in this league, they were down 8. They were in the bottom half, bottom percentile. But they beat the Lumberjacks, and then they beat the number 2 seeded Chefs in the first round of the official playoff bracket, so they had to play in a play-in game. They beat the number 2 Chefs, and then they lost on a walk-off home run in extras to the Bees. And after they lost to the Bees, that's how they made it into losers bracket. But then they won back-to-back elimination games. They beat Oakdale, the Oakdale Curve, and the Ballbusters. And now here they are. So this is a team that's been scrappy this season, and they have some championship experience. They made it to the championship back in 2022, and they're a few outs away now from getting back there for the second time in 3 years. Meade strikes out swinging there. That'll end the top of the fourth inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 2 straight outs, 2 strikeouts. So the Splunkers have yet to get a hit. They do have 1 base runner. Abel walked last inning. 4-1-2 hitters due up for the Splunkers in this half inning. It's Lindau, then back to the top for Aiden Miller and Austin Abel. That one into left field. Jump throw attempt by Meade in left field. They just missed getting out James Lindau, so he reaches on a single. First hit for the Splunkers. And with this game being close, the first run no longer needed on the checklist. Their first hit no longer needed on the checklist, I should say. But the tying run now comes to the plate. That one into right center field. Runners playing station to station. Miller content with a single, and James Lindau content with going to just advance 1 base. It's Lindau on second, Aiden Miller on first base, 2 on. And now this game getting a bit more tense as the go-ahead run steps to the plate. It's Austin Abel who that looked like a knuckleball. Great pitch there by Tazak. And that one popped into the air. I was going to say Abel, but the only run for the Splunkers in the winners bracket semifinal when he homered. They ended up losing 3-1 to the Bees in that game. And now there's Colson DeSocio. Tense moment in this game. Tazak throws that one by him, though. Tazak's got a little knuckle on his ball, it seems. He's got a lot of movement. He's throwing with that ball just dropped below the bat. That's a well-placed pitch by Tazak. Great movement. And Tazak, despite giving up a couple base runners, keeps the Splunkers scoreless through 4 full innings. And it's the Prestige Worldwide, number 8 seed, lower seed, leading this one over the number 1 seeded Splunkers. And the score 2-0. And here's the 5th inning. Colton Smittle up to the plate now. This is the losers bracket semifinal. This is the last game to be played before the championship series on Thursday. It's a best of 3 that will be played. The Bees have already secured their spot. They did not lose in the winners bracket, so they made it to the championship. The losers bracket here, every team, or every team, that's each of these teams, only 2 left. Each of these teams have lost 1 game, so another loss will eliminate them. The winner goes on to that best of 3 championship. Prestige Worldwide leading in this last inning of regulation. It's the top of the 5th. Each game is 5 innings long, and each half inning is 2 outs instead of 3 like traditional baseball. Swing and a miss. Smittle down on strikes, 1 out of 2 in the top of the 5th inning. Now here's Will Tazak. Homered in the first inning and has walked the other time that he reached base. He struck out the other time. One's inside. Tazak also doing the pitching and has so far thrown 4 scoreless innings. Got into a bit of trouble in the bottom of the 4th inning, but left 2 runners stranded.
Chip shot.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball out to right center field. And after a quick intermission there, Tazak went back to check something, got back to the plate, and sends that ball over the wall for a home run. His second homer of the game. And now it's 3-0. Prestige Worldwide leads and pads on some insurance to what's still a rather small lead. One popped into the air, played by Abel in foul territory. Inning ends. But Prestige Worldwide gets an extra run, which may come in handy. The Splunkers, the number 1 seed, with one last pair of outs to work with in regulation. They're down 3-0. Swinging a ground ball, 1 pitch swinging, played by Meade. Flips it to the pitcher's circle, gets the pitcher's hand call. That's out number 1, so a 1 pitch out. And now 1 out to work with for the Splunkers. The number 1 seed lost in the winner's bracket semifinal to the Bees.
Get out!
As that one's out to right field, toward the wall. It is gone for a home run.
Let's go. 2 more.
Aiden Miller with a solo home run. First run tallied for the Splunkers in this game. They're still down by 2, but there's life. Still 1 out to work with. Prestige Worldwide has 3. But the Splunkers finished the regular season at 10-2. And we're the number 1 seed. But the Bees were too tough for them in the winner's bracket semifinal. The Bees going for their 3rd straight championship win. They're in the best of 3 championship series. Grounded to the right side. Flipped to the pitcher's circle. And a safe call at first base. So Austin Abel reaches. And now here comes Colston DeSocio. He's the potential tying run. Abel's at first. Will Tazak is still pitching. His team's still trusting him to pitch this game.
Come on, Zach. Come on, Zach.
In a very tense situation.
Gotta swing now.
It's going to be in there.
Tying runs at the plate, and that's a strike 3 called over the outside edge. And that'll do it. Prestige Worldwide, the number 8 seed that finished 5-7 in the regular season, does the improbable by making it to the best of 3 championship series after making it through the play-in rounds, making it through the losers bracket, and Prestige Worldwide beats the number 1 seed, 10-2 regular season record, Splunkers, 3-1.
On to the championship, out of the losers bracket, out of the play-in bracket even. Just overall thoughts on the day.
I mean, we hit good. We didn't hit too good all year. Finally got it together. Pitched pretty good.
We're coming for the bees.
Coming for
We're
the
coming.
bees,
We're
Coming back.
coming.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Coming.
We weren't
Rematch.
Rematch.
2021.
We weren't
Yeah.
Steve. Oh,
All right. So you played them earlier today. Went to
Yeah.
extras. Tough loss.
very tough.
How'd you guys kind of regroup and come back to the loser bracket?
Just hit bombs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hit. We didn't hit too good that game, but we got back together.
We just
That was a fluke.
All right. Will, this game, 2 home runs. Complete game, 1 run allowed.
Yeah,
What was working?
everything. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing much to say. Great team. A little better.
All right, fellas.
Team effort though. Team effort.
I'm Nicholas Callas, repeating the final score one more time. The winner of the Losers Bracket semifinal is Prestige Worldwide, going to the best of 3 with his Life League Championship Series after beating the number 1 seeded Splunkers 3-1.